Meanwhile, the president signs the Military Commissions Act into law, saying it'll save lives and that we need tough tactics to fight terrorism. Opponents say the methods outlined in the act border on torture. The new detainee bill will set up rules for questioning and trials of top terror suspects. Greg Kelly, live at the White House.
Hi there, Edie. Well, before this summer, the administration virtually set all guidelines for detainee treatment. This is different. The Supreme Court told the administration essentially you have to work with Congress to come up with an agreed-upon set of regulations, and that's what the Military Commission Act of 2006 establishes. Guidelines, procedures for interrogation and trying unlawful enemy combatants in the war on terror. As you mentioned, the president said that this will ultimately save American lives. Now, the president really tried to highlight his view that this allows for fair trials of terror suspects. It grants them access to evidence that was being held or would be used against them. It also prevents cruel and inhuman treatment. But there are critics who believe that the language in this act that the president signed into law just a few hours ago, there's too much wiggle room in it and too much room for interpretation. And in practice, there could be instances that approach torture, that approach abuse. The president signed this during the summer when he admitted that there was a CIA interrogation program underway. That program, it was key for President Bush to maintain the program because it has saved lives, according to the administration. President Bush from earlier this morning.
When I proposed this legislation, I explained that I would have one test for the bill Congress produced. Will it allow the CIA program to continue? This bill meets that test. It allows for the clarity our intelligence professionals need to continue questioning terrorists and saving lives.
And while this is happening inside the White House, just outside the White House, a protest, fairly sizable by White House standards. There's always a protest, but there are a couple hundred people outside saying stop the war and stop the torture. About 15 were arrested when they refused orders from the Secret Service to leave the area. Back to you, Edie.
Thank you, Greg.